Hello everyone. Today we will talk about an indicator that at first glance seems a little strange and vaguely resembles the Ishimoku cloud indicator lines. However, according to its developer, trader Mike Samlich, it is great for impulse trading on the forex market and binary options. This indicator is called strong trends. With its help, traders can easily find transactions with a high probability of profit. As is known, the percentage of successful transactions in binary options trading largely depends on the strength of the trend. It is this strength that the indicator evaluates, allowing the trader to open a promising trade on the first pullback in the direction of the main price trend. As a reminder that trend trading brings profit only under the condition of a unidirectional price movement, which occurs when the so-called smart money begins to move the market after a flat period. In this video review, we will tell you how to join this price movement with minimal risks using the Strong Trends binary options indicator. Now, a few words about how to install the Strong Trends indicator in the MetaTrader 4 terminal. The Strong Trends indicator, like our template with all the settings, is installed in the MetaTrader 4 platform in a standard way. Look for a link to download the archive with the indicator, as well as instructions for installing it, in the description under this video. Let's look at the operating principles and key settings of this indicator. Before diving into a detailed description of the Strong Trends settings, let's figure out how it works. Trader Mike Samlich, when creating this indicator in 2018, was based on the idea that strong momentum is the key to successful trend trading, and this is true. The profit potential of trades in the direction of the main trend directly depends on the strength of the initial impulse. Any powerful trend, regardless of the time frame, begins with the first impulse price movement, which throws the price out of the smart money accumulation zone as if from a catapult. This process was described in detail by the American investor Richard Wyckoff in his work Wyckoff's Course on the Stock Market. In it, he identified three key postulates underlying his concept of financial market analysis: the principle of supply and demand, cause and effect, their relationship, efforts, and results. We will not go into his theory, but will limit ourselves to a general description of the Wyckoff cycle. So the phases of this cycle are shown on the screen. Smart money is the driving force behind any financial market, which operates in an endless cycle of accumulation and distribution, forming the so-called Wyckoff cycle. Usually, the accumulation phases are represented by price ranges on a chart. In turn, the profit distribution phase is characterized by large and rapid movements, literally shooting prices out of the accumulation phase. Thus, an ideal trading system by Wyckoff should signal the opening of a trade at the moment of the first correction, after the impulse breakout of the trading range formed by the accumulation phase. This is exactly what we see on this chart. The zones of the first correction for buying call options are highlighted in green, and for buying put options in pink. We will not claim that this approach guarantees the declared 80% of profitable transactions, but its high efficiency is obvious. Thus, the Strong Trends indicator is designed to identify exactly such moments. The trader only needs to wait for the right combination of signals and open a trade with a high probability of profit. Now let's look at the settings of this indicator. Strong Trends has few settings, only 4 main blocks, and one of them is very interesting. But first things first, so the first block of settings is candles amount enum. In it, the variable candles calculated is responsible for the number of candles for which the orange and blue lines of the indicator are calculated. The smaller the selected value, the lower the load on your computer will be. The next parameter magic entry with the variable distance inner line sets the distance between the lines, the rebound from which forms the entry point. This value is expressed in multiples of the ATR. Showband is a logical variable. If you assign the value true, a black line will appear on the chart, which is usually not used, but is used for backtesting. And the last block of settings is the most incomprehensible. Do not touch literally means do not touch. By default, all its variables are set to 0. The author asks not to change these parameters. Why they needed to be moved to external variables is unclear. Now let's look at the rules of binary options trading using this indicator. First of all, let us remind you that Strong Trends is a universal tool for impulse trading, which is equally successfully used in the forex, cryptocurrency, and binary options markets. However, sharp price fluctuations are necessary for its effective use, so choose exclusively volatile assets. So to buy call options, you need to 1. Wait for an upward price impulse. 2. Thick blue-orange lines should rise above the price, indicating a strong upward trend. 3. There are 2 thin green lines below the price. 4. The last candle crosses the upper thin green line. 5. At the opening of a new candle, we buy a call option. To buy put options, you need to 1. Wait for a downward price impulse. 2. Thick blue-orange lines drop below the price, indicating a strong downward trend. 3. There are 2 thin red lines above the price. 4. The last candle crosses the lower thin red line. 5. At the opening of a new candle, we buy a put option. Now let's touch on additional conditions that will help filter out false signals and increase the efficiency of your trading. You can gain an additional advantage if you open trades only on the first signal in the direction of the trend of the higher time frame. It can be determined in different ways, for example, using the classic divergence as shown in the chart. For greater reliability, after the divergence appears, we recommend waiting for the breakout of the trend line of the previous price trend. This will additionally confirm the intention of the smart money to move the price in a new direction. This chart shows an example of such an approach. On the right side of the H4 timeframe, we see divergence between price and RSI with a period of 14, after which we wait for confirmation in the form of a breakout of the bearish trend line. As you can see, the breakout candle is highlighted in a green rectangle. At the same time, on the M15 chart on the left, the moment of the breakout of the medium-term trend line is marked in the vertical dotted line. By this point, two of our conditions have already been met. The price has moved sharply out of the range, and both multicolored mewings have moved above it. It remains to wait for a correction to the green stepped channel and a rebound from it to buy a call option. We recommend an expiration time of 5 candles. However, choose a specific expiration depending on the asset you are trading and focus on the results of testing on historical data. Please note that the free version of this indicator only works on 2 currency pairs, EURUSD and GBPUSD. To work with other currency pairs, you need to purchase a lifetime license from the developers for $89 or rent it for a year for $79. So the Strong Trends indicator will help you find trades in the direction of strong trends. However, to achieve the best results, it should be used together with other technical analysis tools, as well as risk and capital management strategies. And remember that any strategy or indicator is just a tool that you need to learn how to use correctly. Be sure to check and test the indicator on a demo account of historical data, while not forgetting about the rules of risk and capital management. And also choose only proven brokers, which can be found on our website in our regularly updated rating. If you liked the video, like it, and subscribe to our channel. Register on our website, and you will be constantly updated on the latest news in the field of binary options trading, cryptocurrency, and the Forex market. Thank you for your attention. We wish everyone good profit and safe trading. And so that you do not doubt the reliability of this indicator, we will demonstrate its work in real time and confirm that the signals do not repaint.